Hey everyone, it's Armor Gaming. Welcome back to my channel and welcome to Monster Legends. The Wickah's Lair maze has just started. The Wickah's Lair has opened its gates and you have a chance to get Wickah, a nature support monster with trait disabling abilities and the second monster of the Forsaken collection. She has evolving trait at rank 0, she has area dodge and makes sure allies immune to poison at rank 1. She becomes a status caster, applying poison to all enemies at the start of the battle. At rank 3, she adds tough to her trait, and at rank 5, she gains true vision. Her skills can remove positive effects and traits from all enemies all in one move. She can support her allies by removing their negative effects and giving them immunity to tortures, controls, or giving them one of double damage and true vision. This will be a unique opportunity to get Wickah, otherwise you won't be able to access future events and offers available for owners of this monster. So just like Wildbird, this is your chance to get the Forsaken monster. As of right now, there won't be future opportunities to get the monster, so if you get the monster right now, there will be future opportunities, there'll be future events. We still don't know what, we haven't seen any more information, but make sure to get this monster. So we don't know if Wickah's event is also going to have a limited edition pathway like Wildbird had, where you can get the monster a lot easier than actually going through the maze. The maze was really more to get extra additional cells. I'm assuming that's going to be the case. I haven't really looked at too much information. So nonetheless, we are just going to play the game. For some reason my stuff isn't loading right now. Oh, I can't even access the events. I wonder if I can even get maze coins. So collect, got my +3, that's for the Wormlets challenge. Collect, let me collect some food, because I just want to give you guys some general tips and advice. But you know what, I'll go on my baby accounts. There we go. As you can see, the Wickah's Lair maze has started. So I'll click on it, and there is, as usual, a 30% discount when the event first starts. However, I will not be moving because, again, in the case of limited edition pathway, I'm going to hold off for that. And from what we saw in the last discount, there tends to be a 30% discount in the last day and 8 hours. So just set your timer for that time and be ready. What I'm going to be doing right now is I am just going to show you how it works. And some people have told me that I always do this, and yes, I do always do this, but there might be a new person that is just looking at my channel for the first time and doesn't know anything about mazes. So I'm going to spend some time explaining how to get maze coins, how to get Wickah, because everyone, I see the comments, how do you get Wickah, how do you get so many maze coins, tell me Armor, what's the secret, how do I get maze coins fast? Well, there isn't much of a secret other than be consistent. Okay, so this chart right here tells you all you need to know. You can get 30 maze coins from collecting gold, 50 from food, 30 from feeding, 15 from PvP, 50 from breeding, and 50 from hatching. That is the only way to get maze coins. If you add up all of those amounts, you will add up to 225. So every single, this is what the game doesn't tell you, 4 hours, every single 4 hours, you can get 225 maze coins. So if there are 24 hours in a day, and you were to just stay up the whole time or take naps in between, and you logged into the game every 4 hours, you would be able to log in 6 times a day, 6 times 225, and that's how many maze coins you would get every day. So if you log in 4 times, that's 900. So add an extra 225, an extra 450, you can get 1350 every single day. Most people can do that. Most people will probably do 5 logins, maybe like 5.5 logins, which is totally fine. So I always like to say, let's assume you wake up at 7 a.m. I think I normally use 8, but let's say you wake up at 7 a.m. You play the game at 7, you would play the game again at 11 a.m, and then at 3 p.m, and then at 7 p.m, and then if you stay up until 11 p.m, that's 5 logins. If you have to go to sleep at 10, heck, you can still log in and get some additional maze coins. So roughly speaking, you're going to get around 1,000 maze coins a day. So there's 7 days, 22 hours, almost 8 days. So you can get around 8,000 maze coins just by doing pure collections. SocialPoint will probably do 2 Monsterwood events, and they'll probably do a maze coin dungeon. Yeah, I was gonna say 2 maze coin dungeons. No, they'll probably do a maze coin dungeon, and that'll probably happen in 2 or 3 days, probably on Tuesday, I would imagine. And the limited edition pathway will happen in 3 days, so probably on Tuesday as well. The start of Tuesday, it'll last 2 days, and then when the limited edition pathway starts, that's probably also going to be when SocialPoint does their maze coin dungeon. There may or may not be a breeding event where you can get maze coins every time you fail. If you successfully get the monster from the breeding event, you'll get 250 maze coins, or is it 225? I think it's 250. 250. If you fail, you get 75. So there's lots of opportunities to get maze coins along the way. So I would say you could probably get around 10,000 maze coins if you're pretty darn active. Alright, so that is my little free-to-play knowledge of doing these events. So, for example, and I already recorded a video on this, so I'm releasing this before the other video, but you're gonna hear me rage, sort of, not really, I don't know, it's 4 a.m. right now. I had 7,000 maze coins saved to move Wildbird, and I fell asleep, or I guess I stayed asleep, I didn't wake up in time, so I lost those 7,000 maze coins. So if you do not use your maze coins, you completely lose them. And the reason I didn't use them is because I thought I could wake up for the last hour of the maze. Just so everyone knows, the last hour of the maze, there is always a 20% discount, or at least historically there has been a 20% discount. SocialPoint could always change it, but it's fair to say there will be a 20% discount. So I didn't move, so I lost 7,000 coins. But okay, but I got those 7,000 coins. I also was able to get Wildbird from the limited edition pathway, and that cost me like 3,500. So again, I made over 10,000 coins. I made 10,500 completely free to play. So it is possible, okay? It is very possible. With that being said, let me show you how to get maze coins. So I already collected, right? So now when I press collect, I'll get my 30. For food, I haven't collected food, so this is my first time collecting. For food, I always recommend plant an expensive food, like the black lotus roots, and then everything else can be the cheapest of cheap, the blue lizard's tail. And if you do that, believe me when I say you will get your 50 maze coins. For feeding a monster, it is very easy, it is very simple. You literally just feed a monster. So we are going to feed, let's feed this little teddy bear. You'll notice that you may feed a monster and you don't get any maze coins, and you might be like, ah, the game's broken, what's going on? Guys, that's fine, it's not broken. You will get, I got 11. You will get it. So just like with collecting gold and collecting food, you kind of have to like trigger it before you can actually get it. So you notice that at the start I collected some food, I didn't get any maze coins. Watch, as I do just one collection, I get my 50. Bam. So it's the same thing with feeding. You kind of have to like initiate it. So when I go back to the teddy bear and I click feed, I'll get the remaining, what was it, 19 maze coins? I got 10. So that's also, it also might have to do something with the amount that you collect or feed. So I got my 9. So maybe because I started leveling from level 1, like it didn't reach enough quantity to trigger me getting the max number of maze coins. This is why I always do the max one, the black lotus root, and then everything else is blue lizard tail. If you only do all blizzard tail, you'll notice you won't get all of your maze coins at the same time. But anyhow, I have collected food, I have collected gold, I have fed. By the way, you can literally just spam collect on habitat to get your maze coins. You don't need to press collect all or anything like that. So just some info. So let's go back to Wickah's Lair maze, and as you can see I have 260. So going back to the question mark icon, I have accumulated 110 from doing the top 3 tasks. So now I need to feed, I need to hatch and breed and do PvP. So easy enough. Let me hatch a monster. So this 75 is actually from the last breeding event. So I get a little bonus. So there used to be a breeding event. Yeah, the one with there was previously a wild bird event where you would get maze coins every time you fail. So that's that. What I recommend for everyone to do here is to breed a Thunder Eagle. So Thunder Eagle can be bred by breeding a Thunder Eagle with a Thunder Legendary or a Thunder Eagle with another Thunder Eagle. As you can see, I have a couple Thunder Eagles. They're level 1, so I'll just do a Legendary. The reason you want to do this is because you will get a Thunder Eagle, which takes exactly 4 hours. I got my 50 maze coins, and you can use this as a timer of when you last logged into the game. And then you can simply just sell a monster. Let me see. Got my 50. Bam. So the way it works is, whenever you breed a Thunder Eagle and 4 hours pass, hatch that Thunder Eagle, and then sell the monster, and you'll get your 50 maze coins. If you sell your monster first and then hatch the Thunder Eagle, you'll notice that you won't get the 50 maze coins, okay? So the step is breed Thunder Eagle. When 4 hours pass, you're gonna hatch it first, so the egg goes in the hatchery, and then you're gonna sell, similar like I did, how I put the Rock Druid into my hatchery first, and then I sold a monster. That's how you get your 50 maze coins, okay? So if you don't have a Thunder Eagle, just know that you could always buy one in the shop. They are available for 5,000 gold. Easy enough, and you just level it to 4 and you can start breeding. So that's my advice there. And because I mentioned there may be a breeding event where SocialPoint will actually give you maze coins every time you fail or succeed, I will say be careful with those breeding events, because what you really don't want is to essentially fill up your hatchery with a bunch of epic monsters, right, where you are ultimately left with no space available. So right now there's a breeding event where every time you fail or succeed, you get 2 bronze 2 bronze relics. It's one of the better breeding events. You have a chance to get Wang Zhou and Nabuline. Check it out. I'm doing that last one down there. Oh, wait, this account I'm not doing the last one. This account I'm doing what? I'm trying to get Talent or something. But yeah, just be very careful because these will occupy for a day and 12 hours. So yeah, just be very, very careful. That's all I can say on there. So I got my 50 and 50 from breeding and from hatching. The last thing to do is to fight player versus player. So this one is easy. What I always recommend is put a very weak defense team. Clearly this is not it. Here, let me show you my battle log. Defense team. Put a very weak defense team. As you can see, I've been getting wrecked because I had the weakest defense team. The reason you want a weak defense team is because then the opponents will be very weak. And so you can literally just auto and win the easiest of easy battles. And you want to win the battles because that is the only way you get your 15 maze coins. And you also get to, every time you win, every time you successfully win, you get to spin the wheel. And when you spin the wheel, there is a chance to get an additional 50 maze coins. You could retry and try to respin again and try to get 50 maze coins. Some players have told me that there's like a method to the madness and it's worth respinning and you can walk away with so many more maze coins. I don't know, I feel like I've never been lucky with it. I've always told myself I'm gonna do an experiment with 100 gems and see how far I can get. But look, I've already done 4 gems and I haven't had any luck. You know, sometimes I try spinning slow, sometimes I try spinning fast. I haven't had any luck. So use it at your here. I'll do my 5th gem. Use it at your discretion. I can't say I recommend it or don't recommend it. I've been told there is a certain time when you can move, like sometimes the wheels. I just don't know. So like it's up to you if you want to try to respin. I would only really respin if like I was like 100 maze coins away, the maze was about to end or something, the discount was about to end. Yeah, I would gem it until I got with the 100 coins. But other than that, like it just seems way too risky for me, and I do not like that much risk if there's no guarantee. If it told me like there is a 10% chance to get a maze coin on the first spin, and every time you respin your chance increases, so it goes from a 10 to a 20, I would be, yeah, let's respin. But without that, I'll just stick with regular, like bam, right there. See, no gems had to be spent in the making of this acquiring 50 maze coins. So that's just for you guys to know. Also know that every time you respin, you don't get the previous rewards. You simply just forfeit the previous rewards to get the new rewards. That's how that works. Just want to make sure everyone's on board. So there we go. And again, every time you successfully win, you get to spin. So make sure to do that. Make sure to win. And that's why you put a very weak defense team so you can have very easy revenge battles. So check this out. Going back into here, I should have, well, keep in mind I got an additional 75 and 50. So we literally just started the maze and I already have 500 maze coins. That is amazing. And like I said, I'm not gonna move just because I am waiting for a limited edition pathway. And there will probably most likely be a 10% discount when that limited edition pathway first appears, and also sometime in the middle. So if you missed the first one, don't be upset, there's probably going to be a second one. But with that being said, that is pretty much going to be it for this video. Best of luck to all of you out there. May you get a ton of maze coins. I wish you all the best of luck, and be smart with your decisions. That's all I'm going to say. I will see you all next time.